Lung cancer remains one of the most prevalent and deadly cancers globally, with a multitude of factors contributing to its development. From tobacco smoking to environmental exposures and genetic predispositions, identifying and mitigating these risk factors is essential in reducing the burden of this disease.
90% of the lung cancer are caused by smoking. The next other cause is the second-hand smoke, like second-hand smoke from any pollution, cooking, all those things. And the other causes are like very rare are the people who are working in industrial setup where they are exposed to asbestos. Asbestos causes exposure causes mesotheliomas, and like arsenic, the heavy metals, radon, radiation exposure. Those are the causes for lung cancer.
Lung cancer, often referred to as the silent killer, can manifest with symptoms that are easily overlooked or dismissed as minor ailments. However, recognizing these warning signs is crucial for early detection and timely intervention, as lung cancer is most treatable in its early stages.
We see early age group people, like 40 to 50 age group people, we see lung cancer. Before it was like 60 plus, we used to see the occurrence of lung cancer. Usually these patients come with history of cough which is not subsiding, very long history of cough when it is localized to the lung, and sometimes they come with the history of blood in the, when they cough out blood they get scared, and there will be some if there is an involvement of nerves, they come with hoarseness of voice, the change in the voice, shortness of breath, coughing out blood, hoarseness of voice, and a cough which is not subsiding with treatment. So these are the early symptoms of lung cancer. When the lung cancer spreads to other organs, like if it spreads to bone, they come with a bone pain, and most of the time 90% of the patient of lung cancer, they come with brain mets, usually stage 4 brain mets. So they come with brain symptoms, like they'll have headache, they'll have vomiting, blurring of vision, those symptoms. And when it spreads to the nearby lymph nodes or the if it compresses the arteries and all, they come with facial puffiness and change in the voice.
The goal of treatment for lung cancer is not only to control the cancer, but also to improve quality of life and prolong survival. It is essential for patients to discuss their treatment options, potential benefits, risks, and side effects with their healthcare team to make informed decisions that align with their goals and preferences.
We have a lot of options for lung cancer. Even if a patient is in stage 4 lung cancer, they are going to live a normal life. At least they have a 5-year plus survival with the newer medicines. In early stage, we have surgery. If it is late stage, like stage 1, stage 2, we go for surgery and chemotherapy and radiation therapy. In the advanced stage, we have chemotherapies, we have targeted therapies, we have now immunotherapy, new thing for the lung cancer. So these targeted therapies, usually we go for checking for the genes which have been mutated in the lung cancer. So we get a NGS panel done for this lung cancer patient, and when whatever mutation they have, we target those mutation and treat the patients. So there is nowadays there is a lot of hope for the lung cancer patient to be treated.
So thank you so much, Dr. Asma.